Good evening and welcome to this live event on languages at WM College. My name is Pamela. I'm one of the Italian tutors and the manager for the area. And this evening with my colleagues Sandra and Letitia, I will explain how you can learn a language at WM College while also having some fun. Next slide, please. Sorry, we're having some technical issues. So I think we all know about the benefits of learning languages. It's beneficial in so many ways. It will help you develop different skills which are in demand by employers, skills such as communication, listening skills, digital skills as well, because all our courses will be online, problem solving and critical thinking skills. There's a lot of talk nowadays about the health and brain benefits of learning a language as well. So recent studies have shown how learning a language learns to improve cognitive skills. Your memory will improve, you'll be more able to multitask, and it seems like it helps prevent dementia. And generally speaking, I would say it helps boost your confidence, which is something many of our students comment about. It will also expand your horizons, so you'll have more opportunity to travel, to speak with people in their native languages. Many of our students learn a language to communicate better with friends, family members with whom they will never be able to speak in their own language. All our courses will sort of explore not only the language but the culture. So you'll learn a lot about culture too. So at WMC we do have a range of different courses. They all run through 3 terms. We do have a range of European languages, Spanish, which is our most popular language, Italian, French, and German. And then we have Arabic and Japanese. So they run from beginners to upper intermediate for the European languages, while for Japanese and Arabic, we only have 2 years, beginners and beginners plus. And we follow the European framework of reference for the levels. So if you are unsure at which level you are, please do get in touch, and we will put you in touch with one of our tutors who will be able to assess you and tell you what is the best course of action for you. Generally speaking, all the courses are communicative courses with the focus on communication, so to make sure that you are able to communicate in a range of situations. So all languages are taught in context. But having said that, there is a balance in between all the skills that you're going to practice. So listening, reading, writing, and speaking. We do also have, apart from the beginners to upper intermediate course, a few courses on language and culture. We have one for Spanish, one for Italian, and one for French. And these courses are instead focused on conversation. So you'll have to have, I would say, an intermediate level of the language. So you should be able to express opinions in that language, and then you can join, and there will be sort of less grammar just when it comes up, but the course will be mostly about conversing in the foreign language. And of course, there will be a lot of talks about culture and everything and that is going on in that particular country at that time. Then we do have also short courses. Sorry, I forgot the previous slide. Yes, short courses. This year we are introducing Polish and Latin, so we will have some free tasters and then some short courses in those languages. And then we have an Italian for Holidays course, which runs in the spring. And now I will talk about Italian, which, as I said, is the language I teach. I do teach Italian together with two colleagues, Alessia and Irene, and we work together to design our courses. So we use the same textbook, which is Nuovo Espresso. We use the first book for the beginners class, the second book for the elementary, and then the third book for intermediate and upper intermediate. But we also use a variety of material which we design ourselves, and authentic material, so songs, videos, newspaper articles, so that learners can really immerse themselves into Italian culture. And we do talk a lot about daily life and current affairs. And when you reach intermediate and upper intermediate level, you will also read a short novel during each term, which is something that students find particularly interesting and helpful as well. Our learners for Italian are very different background, age, interest. They all share a love of Italy, which might be because they love Italian food, or they watch Inspector Montalbano, or they read Elena Ferrante. And we design our courses around our learners and their needs. So many topics are actually chosen based on what students tell us they like. And some of the lessons will be based on student presentations. All these elements makes our Italian courses very lively and very relevant to what learners are passionate about. If you have any specific questions about Italian, please do ask them through the Q&A feature, but also feel free to get in touch after this event, and I'll be happy to tell you more. Now Sandra will say something about Spanish classes.
Can you hear me? Yeah, okay. Hi everyone, hola. I am Sandra, one of the Spanish tutors at the college, and more or less Spanish works like Italian courses, but different textbooks, obviously. We are working with Aula Internacional from Editorial Difusión, but I like also to use a lot of different resources, videos, newspapers, articles. I like as well to ask learners to share with us if they find something interesting that can be used to learn Spanish through something that that it's happening now, or if you are watching, Netflix has a lot of stuff in Spanish now as well. We have levels from beginners to upper intermediate. If you have some knowledge about Spanish, but you are not sure about if join beginners or elementary, please get in touch. And we will be able to advise you which level suits you best. And also we learn about culture, but not only from Spain. I am from Spain, actually. I am from Barcelona. But when we learn Spanish, we learn about Spain, but we also learn about South America, Mexico, Colombia, Paraguay, everywhere. So yeah, you will learn about a lot of different things from Spanish-speaking countries. About the learners, like in Italian, all the learners that we have in Spanish is because they love Spanish. Some of them, they would like to move to live to Spain, but we have different ages, different backgrounds, people who need Spanish for work, or because in 1 year they are going to discover Costa Rica and they want to be able to communicate with native people. So yeah, different backgrounds. different ages. Yeah, and I don't know what more to say. Well, funny things. Yeah, we do funny things. We sing songs. So sorry, we have some karaoke. And yeah, I think that's it. Don't ask me to sing a song. I'm not going to sing a song now. But yeah, that's it. So if you have any questions, like Pamela said, just use the Q&A and we will answer them later. Thank you.
Right, back to me. Okay, so I think I was going to say something about what the class look like at the moment. So since April, we have moved all our classes on Zoom. So you may join our classes either through a browser, or you may want to download the Zoom application. You will receive a link before the start of the lesson, and then you can join the class. And obviously it's a very different experience from a classroom experience, but in many cases it's equivalent. So the tutor will be there sharing their screen with a PowerPoint presentation, sharing the material, and you will be interacting with the tutor and with the other students. We will use breakout room to make pair work possible and group work possible. So it will be different, but not so much different, so to speak. I would like to say something about what our students say and what we do to support our students. So you will have to complete an individual learning plan, which is a document that records your goals and help us to make the course more relevant to you and your needs. So it will be a sort of dialogue in between you and your tutor, in which you will express what your needs are, and the tutor will make sure that these are addressed. You will receive feedback throughout the course, both of course during the lesson, but also when you submit work, you will receive feedback from your tutor. We will be using, on top of Zoom, our VLE, which is Google Classroom, and you will receive feedback from your tutor through that. But Google Classroom will also be used to extend your learning outside of that specific hour and a half that you will do each week. So you'll be sent further material by your tutor to learn more about what happened in the class. Yeah, and here you've got a few examples of what our students have said so far about our courses. So they all seem very happy, and I think I will thank you very much for your attention at the moment, and I look forward to answering your questions.
Okay, thanks, Pamela and Sandra. That was great. We had some technical issues earlier, so one of our other tutors wasn't able to join us. So thank you for jumping in and presenting today. Questions, please put them in the chat. We are very keen to answer them. There's a couple that have come in that are about, you know, the support that you give to learners, particularly perhaps if they have something like dyslexia?
Yeah, of course. So for any sort of learning difficulty or disability, but also, you know, for all other sort of needs, do get in touch with your tutor. There will be, as I said, a formal opportunity to do this through your individual learning plan, but you can also have informal chats with your tutor or email him or her to let them know what we can do to support you at the best.
Okay, that's great, thank you. Yeah. What about the Spanish? Is it from Spain or South America?
Oh, this is for Sandra then.
Yeah, so the Spanish that we are going to learn is what it's known as neutral Spanish. But obviously I am from Spain, so I'm not able to speak Spanish like an Argentinian. people, but as we are going to learn about different Spanish-speaking countries, we will see the difference, like in English, different words that you use in America and here to say the same thing. So yeah, it happens the same. Or for example, in Argentina, they have like the vos pronoun that they use. We will take a look, but we will learn like the neutral Spanish.
Thank you, Sandra.
Great, thank you. How many people are there usually in a class? And I'm assuming because it's online, does that make any difference?
Well, it does. Obviously, it varies a lot depending on the level and the course. Some courses are more popular than others, but the good thing is that we always cap our number at 15 so that you always have enough individual attention from your tutor. So that's the main issue, I would say.
Okay, that sounds great. Will you get a certificate at the end of the course?
Okay, not automatically, but yes, if you want to, just get in touch with your tutor or with the college at the end of the course, and we will provide you with a certificate from the college.
Okay, thank you. Got a question from somebody that says that they've studied French many years ago up to A level, but haven't really practiced since. So what kind of course should they join?
So what would you say if somebody is in the same situation for Spanish, Sandra?
So the thing is, if they've been studying Spanish before, even if they haven't been practicing, so the knowledge is there. So it doesn't make sense to start from a beginner. So I think, so my advice would be to start with elementary, but there's also the opportunity, if they are seeing that elementary is too low for them, we can then swap to intermediate. Yeah, but elementary at least needs, so they need to be able to introduce themselves in Spanish, to talk about the present, likes and dislikes, at least this. So if you've been learning Spanish with Duolingo, it's great. You know a lot of vocabulary, but you are missing the grammar. So then you have to start from beginners. But if you have studied like a proper course, you have some grammar knowledge, then you can start with elementary. Hope this makes sense.
Yeah, it did make sense. Thank you. Just a simple question about, do you have to buy a book or a dictionary?
That's a very good question. That's a very good question, actually. Well, it depends on the course and the tutor. Normally, yes, but I would wait and see what the tutor says. And the good thing is that all the textbooks that we use in our courses are actually in the library as well. So if you cannot or do not want to buy one, you can always borrow one from the library. But the tutor will be able to advise you on which textbook, which dictionary, and of course there are plenty of good online dictionaries as well that you can use, but I would, ask for advice from your tutor.
Thank you. And I'm assuming the answer to this is yes, but are all the tutors native speakers? Yes,
they are all native speakers, and they do spend quite some time in their own countries as well, so they kind of maintain the knowledge of the language and of the culture fresh, and they can use that to really put elements of culture into their teaching.
Okay, thank you. I think that seems to be the end of the questions. Thanks so much for today. This recording will be posted online, and we will send it out to everybody that registered for the event as well. We are enrolling on courses now that are starting in the next couple of weeks, so please feel free to join and apply online through the website. And if you have any further questions, we'll still be here for a couple more minutes. Pop them on the chat and we can answer them. Okay, thanks very much, Pamela and Sandra.
Ciao, grazie.